I was just on Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas and I doubled my money. Here are the slots I recommend you play and avoid if you're going on Freedom of the Seas. So I just got off one of my favorite ships, Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas, and I ended up walking off that ship with almost $1,200. Now, of course, a lot of that has to do with luck. Anytime you're in the casino, luck is gonna either be your friend or your foe. But the way I play is I look for lower volatility machines that'll let you play longer and spend less, and that's how you get all these great marketing offers. Before we get started, I need to have a couple of disclaimers here. First of all, I am not an expert. I'm not an expert in gambling. I'm not a slot technician. A lot of this is just the experiences I've had over the last 5 years of playing in the casino and earning comps. I managed to do pretty good. I average losing about $50 a day, and I've taken about 30 comp cruises across Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, MSC, Carnival, and Princess. Remember, you can have good luck and you can have bad luck. I can recommend these games to you. You can play them and lose your shirt. That's the way that gambling works, as I'm sure you're well aware. I do recommend a few things. Set yourself a budget and stick to it. Don't play with money that you're not comfortable with losing. Don't chase pots and don't chase your losses. If you can do all of those things, you'll be okay. And remember, I'm not looking to hit jackpots. Of course, we all want to hit jackpots, but my objective is just to extend my time playing in the casino so that I can get the marketing offers. That's where you get your real value. So now that's all out of the way, let's start with the games I recommend. 88 Fortunes. This one is a standby, and this is one that is kind of disappearing from cruise ship casinos, but you can still find it. So there's a few variants of this. There's the 3-reel, which is the one that you can find on Freedom of the Seas. There's one that is the computer version, the 5-reel, that's all screen. And then there's also the diamond version, which is also a lot of fun. I love 88 Fortunes because it pays you back a lot. You get a lot of line hits when you're playing. You can get some really, really great line hits just during regular play. You can earn $20, $30, $40 or more just on a line hit. So it's got the pot that fills up, and once it closes, you play the bonus game where you get a bunch of coins, and once you match 3, you win that jackpot. Of course, it's always gonna be the mini, almost always the mini. But honestly, that's not the value of this game. It's a fun thing to chase and to close the pot, but the real one is the bonuses. So if you get the 3 symbols and you get the bonus, that's where you can really make money. You get 8 free spins. The wilds can be multipliers up to 88 times, and you can really get some great line hits. I highly recommend playing this game. Duo Fu, Duo Kai. Okay, so this one has 2 variants, and there's one that I prefer playing over the other. I think the odds are probably the same on both games, but I do like this specific one, and I'll go into details here in a bit. So it's got 2 pots. Wilds fill up the pots, then you play the jackpot game if you hit it. That's, again, not really the objective for this game. It's the bonus game that you want to play. So how you trigger the bonus game is you get orbs of certain denominations. And if you get 6 of those orbs, you play the bonus game, and it's a hold and spin. The great thing about this game, though, is when you get a wild on your reels, that wild is locked for 2 spins. So every time you have a line hit, that wild is included. Now, if you get a subsequent wild on the reel, it locks all of the wilds for 2 spins. So this can happen for quite a while. So you can end up getting some really great line hits if you start getting 4 or 5 of these wilds. Additionally, all you need is orbs plus wilds to trigger that bonus game. So you can have 5 wilds and get 1 orb. So this game is a lot of fun, and I also find it keeps you going with line hits. The small downside is it's $1 a spin, so it's a little bit higher than I like to spend, but overall, this game will keep you going and it's a lot of fun. I recommend you play it. Fudai Wan Boost. So this is like peacock or tiger. I think there might be a dragon and a few different other animals. I love this game. So I actually won the major twice on Wonder of the Seas in December. So I guess Part of me really likes it, but I've also played it in Vegas and had luck with it. And then I also did fairly well with it here on Freedom of the Seas. There's a bank of 3 of them, and I was really trying to get the major on it because the major got really high. So I think the major starts at $700 and it was at $1,500 when I was playing it. So looked like it was about ready to go. So I played it quite a bit and I did okay on it. This game is just a lot of fun. You can have a ton of really great line hits on this game. Plus, it's got the 3 pots that fill up, and you can do a trip pop. If you do a triple pop, that's where your bonus is gonna be really great. The jackpot game is great. You get the colored gems that fill up the words underneath the jackpots, and if you fill it up completely, you win that jackpot. But you can also have expanded reels, tons of wilds, and that's where you can really earn a lot of money. I play this game, but I don't stay and play it for a long time because I do find the machine can go cold from time to time. So you can end up spending $80 and, just go through that really quickly. So I would say don't stay too long, but definitely play it. And finally, Prosperity Link. Prosperity Link has the big bowl with the pearls, I think that's what they are, or the golden orbs. And as it fills up, it overflows and you play the bonus. What it is it's basically a hold and spin game, and you need 6 of those orbs to trigger the hold and spin. Now, I don't find you win a lot when you play the hold and spin game, but the thing I like about this game is it's got decent line hits and the bonus triggers fairly often. It's not one of those things where you play and play and play and you can never trigger that bonus. The bonus seems to come fairly often. So that's the reason I play it. This is one of those games where I do encourage, if you see that there's lots of those golden orbs in the big bowl, play it for a while because you're probably going to trigger that bonus, but don't sit at it for a long time. All right, so now on to the mid-tier games, kind of play them a bit, but don't go crazy on them. Lion Link. So the reason I say play this game is it's fun. It's got a lot of interest in the game. You can get these diamonds, and if you trigger 3 of them in the middle of your reels, every time you hit those in the bonus game, they pay out that amount again. And the payouts can be pretty high. They could be like minis. They could be the jackpot amounts. So if you actually hit them more than once in your bonus, you will earn that amount every time. Additionally, the major on this one hits $1,000, and once it does, it holds. So if it gets to that 1,000, it's been a while since the major has been hit. So that's another indicator to maybe give this game a try for a while. Now, the reason I say, mid, don't play it too much, is because the line hits aren't fantastic. So you can end up draining your bankroll pretty quickly. So what I do with this game is I might play $40, $50 of it. And if it's not really hitting for me, I go play something else. Zoji Zuyo Ho Hog. Okay, I've never seen this game before. I played it once and it was a lot of fun. I didn't really kind of understand what was happening, but there was a lot going on and I triggered the bonus and I won $60. So, I don't have a lot of evidence to tell you to play this game or don't. The reason I'm saying maybe give it a shot is because it's a lot of fun. And if you could figure out how it works, tell me how. Because, if I go on Freedom again, I'll probably play it a couple of times just to see, how everything works, how the bonus. It's just a really weird game. And I kind of want to learn more. So next time I'm on Freedom, I'm probably going to play it a bit more. So here are the slots I recommend you don't play. FU Blossom. So this game has 3 flowers, and every time you get the right symbol below that flower, it kind of grows the little petals going up to the top of the flower. And then every time you don't get one of those petals disappears. So there's an amount at the top and it feeds into the top. And if you get the special character, it awards the amount in the flower. Now, if you don't hit it a certain amount of times and you lose all your petals, it closes the flower and you lose that amount. So the reason I don't like this game is, first of all, there's not a lot of line hits. And second of all, it's giving you this false sense that you're gonna win these flowers. And it's very uncommon that you actually hit those amounts. And when you do hit those amounts, they're pretty mid. They're maybe $2 or $3. So this one to me is a money suck and I recommend you don't play it. Island Rising. This is one of those games that, you know, makes you, it's one of those, I think, false flags when it comes to bonuses. You know, those games where there's a lot of pomp and circumstance and there's a lot of like, oh, it's gonna hit. And then you hit the bonus and it just sucks. That is what this game does in shades. There's a lot of noises, there's a lot of action and shaking and like, oh, you're gonna get them. And like you get the bonus and it just sucks. If you've had a different experience with this game, put it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. But every time I've played this game, it has sucked. I recommend you do not play it. And finally, Ramosis Treasures Egyptian Link. Now, my best friend Jesselyn loves this game. She plays it every time she sees it, and she does pretty good. But I have never had luck with this game. I spin and spin and spin and spin to hit those chests and pop them, and I never do, and the line hits are terrible. And then when I actually do finally hit the bonuses, it just teases me. There's this one in particular where it's like, it's all the jackpots and they've got gems underneath them. And every time you get the wild symbol, it flips around and it gives you a gem and it populates the letters of those jackpots. And what always happens to me is I get a bunch of gems until it gets close. And then I get a bunch of wilds after that and they flip over and they're 75 cents every time. Now, this might just be anecdotal to me, might be my experience. I've never ever had luck with this game. All it's ever done is drain my money. So for that reason, I recommend you do not play this game. Okay, big bonus recommend you play. This one is a standard, and I've said this many times before. Dancing Drums Standard. So once you start adding more features onto a game, it gets worse when it comes to line hits because every bonus and additional feature, the money has to come from somewhere. So what game designers do is they pull the money from the regular base line hits to give you those extra bonuses and jackpots. So I like the base Dancing Drums game because it's fairly simple and the line hits are great. And you know, another reason why I like this Dancing Drums is I played it on Freedom. I only spun a few times. I only put a $20 ticket into it and I won the major. I won $1,000. You can see more about my experience on Freedom of the Seas on the previous video in this series, which I will link in the description. So there you go. Those are the games I recommend you play and don't play on Freedom of the Seas. Also, I just wanted to let you know I had a really rough start on this cruise. My first 2 days were terrible. And one thing I do recommend if you're having a really rough time at the casino, but you still want to play a bit, go play the video poker. I played video poker for almost 3 hours one night, and I think I might have lost like $10 total. So I still got to be in the casino, have some fun, spend a little bit of time increasing my ADT, and then not losing a lot of money because I was losing my shirt. Now keep in mind, with video poker, it's $10 to get 1 point. So it's double what you get on a regular slot machine. And the ADT calculation is not as good because ADT is bet level, house advantage, and time spent. So your bet level and your house advantage are worse for ADT when it comes to video poker. So your time spent is less effective overall. Just something to keep in mind. All right, so coming up next week on the channel, my carnival offers. Now, I don't know if you managed to catch the video a few weeks ago when I was talking about the whole cruising industry right now and how available inventory is surging and that is leading to better marketing and casino offers. Well, I gave a bunch of examples like Royal and Princess, but the one I couldn't was Carnival because Carnival does their casino offers in quarterly blocks and the latest offers hadn't come out. Well, I've gotten some really crazy offers since then, and I want to dig a little bit deeper into my Carnival offers and show you really how casino comps are only growing, and they should over the next few months. Hopefully you'll join me for that video. Make sure you're subscribed and you've got the notification bell on so you know when the video comes out. And of course, if you found this video helpful or you liked it, click the like button. Thank you so much for watching.